Okay, so today I'm actually going to be going into the Robinhood app and just seeing how my portfolio is doing based off the fact that um, the stock market did plummet in a sense today. And basically, what I mean by that is that Dow Jones, it closed out down 464 points, which is excessive, but it's been on a rocky road for the past few months, really. But I do think this is the beginning of what could be a market correction. Um, the stocks have been overpriced for quite a while now, so I kind of was prepared mentally for this to happen. So I'm not panicking. However, I am obviously a little concerned, but I have made up my mind that I would be content with losing a certain percent of my portfolio in hopes that it will go back up, which it will. Um, Warren Buffett says, and one of the things I take a lot of tips from him because obviously he's one of the biggest investors alive today. So basically, he said one thing he always has noticed about the stock market is that it always goes back up. So with that being said, like I said, I'm not panicking. I actually view it as kind of a time for me to buy. Luckily, I have about $800 or so, maybe $900 in my portfolio as cash. I can't actually look at it right now because if I actually click on it, buying power, you can see here it is $917, and that's basically what is considered cash on the Robinhood app. And so basically, I'm going to use that money soon. I've just been kind of holding on to it because, like I said, I kind of was prepared mentally for something like this to happen, which is basically a market correction. It may not even be considered a recession or anything too extreme, but I mean, with the stocks being so overpriced for so long, it only makes sense that it's going to correct itself at some point in time. And most investors were kind of prepared for this as well. So there's just been a huge sell-off today. Everything's like down. Everything's down for the most part. Like as I scroll through as I scroll through my shares of stocks, which are all listed here, Square is down 5%, Wix down 0.79%. Facebook is up surprisingly when all it's been doing is going down since I bought it. Netflix is down, which it was doing really well when I first started investing. AT&T is down, CVS is down, everything's down, as you can see. Apple and all kinds of other companies like Fox and Fitbit, Twitter, you name it. So my strategy from this point is to basically wait it out and just watch, and just to see how low it will actually go. When it does reach a point where I feel it's low enough for me to purchase, I will. I'm basically focused on bringing the average cost down, which is listed here at the bottom. So you have average cost, it's $300.43 for Netflix, and that's basically the average cost of my 4 shares of Netflix. So as you can see here, I have 4 shares in Netflix. The average cost of them is $300. Right now, Netflix is selling for $262.52. So if I were to purchase a share of Netflix stock right now, that would bring my average cost down, which is one thing that I like to do. It increases my profit when it does go up. But I can't even believe I'm looking at these figures here in front of me, because I'm down 150 overall with Netflix, when earlier this year I was up like $200-$300 with Netflix. I think I can actually show you here. So if I go to year, so if I go to year, and you can see I'm up $200, $203, or what have you, around, this is just this summer, and it's already like back down, like really bad. Well, not really bad, actually, it could be worse. So anyways, my equity in the company is 1050.08. That's $1,000 and $1,050, and that's actually this company is actually 45% of my portfolio, which means that it is almost half of all of my shares that I own. So basically, of all of my shares that I own, almost half of the equity is in Netflix, and that's $1,000, $1,050, like I said earlier. Okay, so CVS is down, of course. Looks like it's up after hours, 22 cents. Down, but still not necessarily in the negatives as far as CVS is concerned. I will be purchasing more CVS stock when it drops, but I'm waiting on it to decrease a little more before I make that purchase. The actual average cost of my 3 shares is $63.92. I've got $200 equity in CVS. So what that means is, if you go into your calculators and you multiply $63.92 times 3, you're going to get almost $200. But then I've actually had a return of $8. So you add that, and you get exactly what I said you would, which is how much I own of CVS now, which could be a little confusing. Well, if you are just starting in the stock market, or you're just not used to this platform, or whatever it may be. But this is the Robinhood platform that I use to create my stocks. I basically build my portfolio, and I'm a long-term investor. So what that means is I purchase stocks without the intention of selling them anytime soon, not even within the next 2 or 3 months. These companies that I invest in, I kind of want to hang on to for a while. I either invest in them because they have high dividend yield, or they are or they're like really good companies that I think will be around for a while, like Square. It's a newer company, but I have a lot of faith in Square. I think they've gotten really creative, and they're a lot different than any other platform for exchanging money. So I really like Square Cash App. And Facebook, I purchased it at a really terrible time. Right when the scandals about the privacy of the accounts and everything had just become a situation. I purchased it right around that time, and it's just been steadily decreasing in value since, which can be expected sometimes. So I've kind of just been holding on to it. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with it yet, because I know that Facebook is a good company, and can be trusted, mostly because I know Facebook's also owns Instagram. I don't think a lot of people know that. And so when you put that into perspective, if you're really into social media, you'll notice that like Instagram and Twitter are probably some of the future technology social media platforms, but obviously Facebook may not be in the near future. And so I think people see the name of the stock and say it's Facebook, and they're just like, they kind of exit out immediately, without really thinking about like everything else that goes within it. So anyways, I've just been losing money on that, but surprisingly it's up $1.24 today, of all the days where pretty much everything is down. Like my portfolio is down $64 today. It's actually, my portfolio is like going really fast in the opposite direction I want it to. I've lost almost $1,000 in the past 3 months, if you could see that there. The past year I'm down for the 250, about down $225. Yikes. For all time. Since I've started investing, I'm down $225. Not so bad. That's just happened within the last couple weeks. I was actually up as far as all time. I was happy, pretty happy about it, like keeping my head above water for that time period. But I guess, the stocks are going to do what they want to do. And so you just kind of have to gauge when it's time to invest and when it's time to sell. I hope I haven't missed my only time to sell Facebook for a profit. I won't be selling it now because I'm down $61. So that's just not an option. So I'm just going to hold on to that and hope and pray that it goes up. It doesn't even have dividend yield. It doesn't even offer dividends. So I don't have any clue why I actually have that still. Well, actually, I do know why. I don't want to sell it because it's gone down too far since I would have even last sold it. I would have probably sold it at 175 if I were thinking clearly. But hindsight is 2020. So yeah, until next time, that's pretty much what I'm gonna start with for today. I'm gonna be making another video soon, just discussing the Robinhood app in general. But I did want to start by just putting on record my stock portfolio as of now. Basically, I look at it as all of the stocks are on sale, like for the low. So if anyone's new in investing and looking to get started, I would say now is a good time to get started, just because the stocks are so low as of now, and they may even drop a little more. But you might want to hop in here at this time before you really know if it's going to increase or not. So I could talk about this all day. So basically, that's pretty much it for now. I'll make more videos in the future regarding that. And just stay tuned for the remaining videos. Thank you guys for listening. Talk to you guys soon.